Yeah, this is an L. Hello everyone, it's Mr. Troll delivering an update. So this guy, who goes by the name Jake Doolittle, or as some like to call him,
Jake Doolittle Cardio,
has just received a lot of backlash, for quite understandable reasons, after he made this video, which is now thankfully deleted, where he basically was in a hospital and pretty much begged people to donate to his charity and threatened to name drop anyone who wouldn't donate to him, which is against like the #1 rule: do not beg for money. People should not be forced to donate to any charity, and not even the Red Cross threatens to name drop people if they don't donate. But anyways, Jake Doolittle then made this quote-unquote apology video where he says this.
Hello everyone, my last video sucked, and the following live stream of me in the hospital trying to see what my audience thought of the video and if everybody hated me was also a really stupid fucking decision. I want it to be known that that live stream was not a response to the videos made. At the time there was one video made about me, and I went live against my fiance's wishes. She was texting me the entire time telling me to get off live.
Yeah, I think that fiance should leave this guy for someone better, like Mr. Troll. Nah, I'm kidding, but it feels like this guy's destructive behavior would ruin that relationship. Also, marriages are expensive. If you can afford that marriage, you can afford donating to your own charity yourself. And if you can't, then don't get married.
There's a lot of the stuff that I was saying in that I still stand by, where, you know, I want never stop to work. Like, all the basics of it are still very true, but then in my anger, I would say things like, if after a month nobody ends up donating, then I'm gonna have to talk about the people who have declined to donate. And that's fucking stupid.
Look, as someone who is a content creator myself, and whose alter ego is also a content creator himself, I understand that sometimes you will feel entitlement. It is very easy to just say, the world does not revolve around you, but sometimes you get caught up in feelings and you're like, why is nobody donating? Please donate, and stuff. This is why your actions have to be determined by logic and not by emotions. If you are filled with emotions and you are 100% convinced that you're gonna drop this video where you call out anyone who doesn't donate, you have to ask yourself, would I do the same thing like in a few hours once I have cooled down with my emotions? Because if the answer is no, then it's probably something you should not be doing. Look, I get that he was in the hospital and he probably thought he was dying and thus he was panicking. But panicking is an example of being filled with emotions, you know?
I do not feel entitled to your money. Your money is your money. As somebody who's freaked about his own personal money, if there was somebody reaching out to me being like, hey, do you want to hear more about my nonprofit? I'd be like, well, I have to take care of myself first. And I don't know the people who I'm talking about's fucking financial state. It was a wild assumption to be like, you know, if anybody has extra money, like, I've made a few videos with them, where else would they give their money? And that's fucking very, very dumb, especially while the nonprofit is in a state of like building things up. If it speaks to what my mindset was, I posted that video genuinely not thinking anyone would see it, because our website is not functioning at all. I thought that people would recognize my frustration as me trying or showing people that I care, and that's just the wrong way to do it.
Sometimes you have to realize the harsh realization that you are the problem, not the people around you. Now, perhaps the reason why people were not donating to Jake Doolittle was because they simply don't like Jake Doolittle, and I have to give some constructive criticism here. I haven't seen much of Jake Doolittle, but the content I have seen was dog shit. Like the video Jake Doolittle made on Orange Peanut, that was objectively bad, and Jake Doolittle clearly took an L right there. And so many videos of him are like this. Look, if you want to be a leftist, you want to support minorities, LGBTQ, you want to embrace positivity and all that kind of stuff, go for it. but at least make good points, or otherwise anyone can own your arguments, and then you make all leftists look bad. This is a big problem I have with a lot of the soy boys, like Nick is not green or Ethan is online. They make very weak arguments in a desperate attempt to support their claims. I'm not gonna go into full detail here, because at this point everyone and their grandma have talked about everything wrong with those people. And so Jake Doolittle, if you wanna see more success, then learn to have better arguments. Learn to be like Destiny, I guess.
So up until now, I feel like all of the criticism has been very valid. I can take a lot of the jokes that people are making about my health. I also understand that it all seems insane. It all seems crazy. I get and also don't get why people don't understand it. I feel like it's people who have never experienced like strange autoimmune stuff who are like, there's no way he could have actually been this sick. Like that's what I dealt with my entire life, and I can sort of brush that off. But there are a few things that I feel like I need to address that I don't think are justified at all. So again, because I hate myself and I watch every hate video about me, I watched H3 go through essays that I had wrote in college about my experience. I forgot that I even wrote these. We were given an assignment to talk about like different kinds of discrimination that we've seen in our lives and how it's affected us or been shown towards us, right? And so I wrote these two little articles and then was asked to post these on our school's blog or whatever. I would have never done that had I known they would be in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
So he then points out how people were bringing up things he has done in the past, which I personally have no idea about. Like, if Ethan Klein criticizes Jake Doolittle for some incident he did when he was 16, then screw Ethan Klein! I personally don't have a problem with Jake Doolittle because of whatever he did when he was 16, but because his opinions are trash and because he complains about how people are not donating to charity. It's entitlement in its finest. And I get we all have an ego, which is why, like I said, whenever you want to make a big decision, you have to ask yourself, would I want to make the same decision tomorrow? If not, maybe you are currently being driven by emotions and you need to chill the fuck out.